it's Wendy here from Wendy Wise Beauty. Thanks for stopping by. I have 4 fragrances here from Cut Ludge that I picked up in the last couple of months. I have been planning this video for such a long time. However, I was waiting for one of the fragrances to macerate a bit more. It is a fragrance that I picked up and quite a few of you have asked me about reviewing it. So I have been giving it a bit more time because when I tried this fragrance over a month ago, it really was not behaving as expected, so I wanted to give it a fair chance and allowing over a month of maceration time prior to giving you guys my first review. The first one that I am going to talk about, this is not a new fragrance. This has been on the market for a while. It was one of these, you can say, viral hyped fragrances from the house of Cut Ludge. The first viral fragrance from Cut Ludge, it was this Harem Musk oil where I did buy the eau de parfum. I have not tried really the oil version. I do need to try this and pick it up, but I do reach for sprays a lot more often, so this was not on my priority list. And their second must-buy fragrance that everyone says, it is Epoque Artistique. The packaging, it is very nice. You can say upscale packaging. Fleur Oud has the same type of packaging, and then I believe there are 2 more fragrances. I did not pick them up because they look to be very masculine from the note breakdown. I did make a lot of notes about these fragrances because especially this one, I tested this quite a while back, so this is not a first impressions, but I like to look at my notes from when I first tested, sat and played with these fragrances. The top note is cardamom, lavender and pink pepper. Honestly, the most beautiful aspect of this fragrance, it is this opening. I found this to be very special and a bit different. When I looked at this fragrance on social media, I would say maybe 50% of the people were saying that this is a clone of Paco Rabanne Invictus Victory Elixir, and this is a fragrance for men. I find this to be unisex. It is right in the middle. I would not say that this is really a very masculine fragrance. This is quite wearable and right in the middle. It is very beautiful, a very soft opening. What I really love about this fragrance, and it also appears nicely in the opening, is that it has a very pronounced, piquant, ripe pear accord, pear note, which is quite enjoyable. Really, the mix of lavender and cardamom, it is quite captivating in this fragrance. It is not overtly masculine, it is just very beautiful. I do love smelling this fragrance right when I spray it. Honestly, this is very classy. It almost smells like a fragrance that you would get from one of these, I would say, very small bespoke houses from Grasse. It is not what you would consider to be a niche scent. It is not in this niveau of fragrances. This is an everyday fragrance. As this fragrance transforms, what is also lovely is that the lavender note, it does remain throughout, I would say, the life of the fragrance. There is always this soft lavender note, but in the middle it is really lavender and pear, and it is a very nice melange. The Peruvian balsam, it is very present in the base of this fragrance. You can smell it. It does add a bit of a herbal accord in terms of aroma. The drawback is that it is not very long lasting. On my skin chemistry, this lasts max, I would say, about 4 to 5 hours. It does wear close to the skin. I have had this for quite a long time, and the longevity and the wear on the skin, it has not gotten any better. I do love this, and this is a fragrance I would consider decanting and carrying around in my purse, because it is very pretty. This nice opening, the middle of the fragrance. It is really an all year round fragrance. I do not see this in any particular season, but due to the lavender and this beautiful pear note, this would be especially beautiful in the spring. This is the one which delayed this video. I have been waiting for this fragrance to macerate a bit more because I did plan this together. Kashmere Musk, based on the name of this fragrance itself, you would think, and I thought and was expecting, a very comfort musk fragrance, but this is really not what I got. This is the inside packaging, and this is the presentation. This is very nice. It feels quite sturdy in the hands. The opening, it is supposed to be green mandarin. When I spray this fragrance, I do get a bit of greenness, but it is a very metallic opening. Honestly, had I not read the notes, I would think that there is a huge dose of carnation. Carnation is a note due to its metallic qualities. It is a fragrance note that I just do not like. And with Kashmere Musk, I do get this odd note, which is not listed in the fragrance at all. Karus Secret Musk from Cut Ludge. It is a fragrance that I absolutely love at the moment. When I did try it the first time, it had a bit of this metallic note. So I thought Kashmere Musk was probably the same thing. Granted, in this one, it is a lot stronger. But I thought, same as Kashmere Musk, this fragrance would also change. And it has been macerating now for, I would say, close to 2 months, and it does smell exactly as when I bought it. What I do not get at all in this fragrance for the first hour is a musk accord. I was expecting a very comforty, powdery, beautiful musk fragrance, and it is not there yet. What little musk that I do get from this, it appears maybe after an hour of having this fragrance on the skin, and the metallic note, it really bothers me. So this one, I will allow this to macerate some more. But honestly, at this point, it is for me a fail. I will put this away in the cellar and see maybe next year if this fragrance has changed. At the moment, it is not making any headway. So this one will join Al Haramain Lavender Femme in the cellar. By the way, this was a fragrance that I had already, I could say, discarded. I wanted to declutter it, but more than one of you wrote me and told me this fragrance, Lavender Femme, it from Al Haramain, it has a very long maceration period and I should give it another go. And one person said up to 9 months or something like this. I mean, you should not have to keep a fragrance for that long prior to wearing it. But when you guys give me advice, I do take it, and I do have room in the cellar. I do keep a lot of my especially vintage fragrances in the cellar because it's cool and the temperature is constant, so it is perfect. Quite a few of you did ask me if I was going to review this fragrance, and I am really sorry, but I have to be honest with you guys. At this point, this one is a fail, regardless of how inexpensive it was, but it is our coin. I will be talking about it sometime next year. The next fragrance that I have, guys, this one, it is called Le Prestige Empress. I have heard so much about this fragrance, and when I finally picked it up, I did pick up a sample. I fell in love with this, but when I went to order the fragrance, it was sold out and I had to wait quite a long time for this fragrance to come back in stock. Normally these fragrances come like this, but this one, it is just the box and the fragrance is inside. This is Le Prestige Empress. I do love very much the presentation. It looks posh. When I read that this fragrance, it is supposed to be inspired by Bvlgari Tygre, I then could understand the packaging. The website where I bought this fragrance, they do list sometimes if fragrances are inspired. However, this one, it is listed as original DNA. And I have not tried Bvlgari Tygre. I need to see if I can find a sample on some fragrance website, because Bvlgari Tygre, it is not really a niche fragrance. If this is inspired by Bvlgari Tygre, I am quite sure I will love the fragrance because I absolutely love this. The top notes are bergamot, ginger, and herbal notes. What I love about this fragrance is the manner in which the ginger behaves. It is a fresh ginger note in the opening, because this ginger note, it does remain throughout the life of the fragrance, but in the opening, this ginger, it is not too spicy, but at the same time, you do get nice ginger accords. It is a very fragrant ginger note, and it is very elevating. When I spray this fragrance and I smell it on myself, I am automatically in a good mood. The middle of this fragrance, it is rose, violets, and jasmine. But another accord, another note that I love, it's the vetiver note. It appears quite early, and I think it does tone down and play with the ginger a bit, so the fragrance, it is not as spicy. The opening of Prestige Empress, it is a bit masculine. However, when the fragrance progresses and it gets into the middle, it becomes quite a lot more feminine with these floral notes. I do sense this violet note, quite a bit of rose, and the jasmine, it is not too pronounced, and I am, you can say, happy about this, because this is a very fresh fragrance, and had the jasmine note been a bit more pronounced, maybe this would have been a bit too florally, too girly. It is a very classy scent. You can wear this in the office just about everywhere. The dry down of this fragrance, it is also quite beautiful. I do get more cedar lavender than patchouli, and there are still nice little whiffs of ginger. This is very pretty, and I think this is also very good value for the price point. I am looking at my notes here, and when I reviewed this fragrance quite a while ago, I did give this one a 9.5 out of 10 because it is such a versatile fragrance, all year round fragrance, but I think due to the fact that it is so fresh and so elevating, this is a fragrance I would say is nice for spring and summer, because even though there are quite a bit of spicy notes, the cedar and the vetiver in this fragrance, it does keep it fresh. The next fragrance, this is from the Cut Ludge Loyalty line of fragrances. When I ordered the sample for Prestige Empress, I also ordered this fragrance in a sample, and this one for me, it was absolute love at first sniff. And this is the packaging of this Loyalty line. I don't know, it says Loyalty Cut Ludge 25. I would assume maybe it is the 25th year anniversary of Cut Ludge. However, the packaging is very nice. This is actually metal. And the fragrance, yeah, it also says 25, and the fragrance, it is in here. This is very gorgeous packaging. I did order samples from all three of these fragrances, but this was the one which captured my heart, my nose. I do have samples of the other two. I will do a review of the others in the future. I forgot to show you guys what's really nice about this one is that it also has this two-tone atomizer where the actual sprayer piece, it is yellow gold. This is rose gold to match this metallic emblem on the bottle. I have to spray this one because I love this so much. The opening, it is so delicious. Really, the first time I sprayed this fragrance, it was very captivating. I love it. I really love how soft and creamy the opening of this fragrance is. It is a bit of a fruity opening, but at the same time, it is not cloying. There is a freshening note which goes through a bit the sweetness in the opening of this fragrance, and it does keep it from being, I would say, toothache sweet. There is also a slight spiciness, but I would say it is a fruity opening. The opening of this fragrance, it is short. It is not a very long opening, and right after the floral notes of jasmine and iris, it is listed as orris. Those notes are very pronounced, so the fruitiness, it tapers down quite early, and this floral middle appears. I do sense a lot more this orris note, and I think it is this ingredient which adds this creaminess to this fragrance. It is almost an oily orris note, but this one, guys, it is very pretty, so underrated. To like this fragrance, it is necessary to like, I would say, floral fruity fragrances. There is also raspberry and apple, and the apple note, it is actually quite pronounced. It is not at all tart. It is a sweet apple and mixed in with these floral notes. It is a very nice composition blend of I would say, floral fruity fragrance. It is not at all nauseating. I am not the biggest fan of sweet fragrances, but I do love this one because it is not all sweetness and candy and raspberry. The jasmine and the iris note, it does come through these fruity accords. There is very little amber in this fragrance. Honestly, I get more of a musky dry down with hints of woody notes, but sweet woody notes. I would not wear this in winter. For me, this is more, I would say, of a summer fragrance, maybe fall. It does not have this woody base that you would need for such a fragrance to be a fall or a winter fragrance. You could wear it in winter, but for me, I normally in winter, fall, I like more ambery, woody fragrances. And this one, it is more of a fruity, floral, warm weather, you know, a fragrance for, yeah, good mood, celebration. This is really pretty, and I do love this bottle very much. This one has been on the market for quite some time. Please let me know if you have tried this fragrance, if you are liking it. I must say, due to the fruitiness in this fragrance, it is not one for everyone. This one, it is a grown-up, fruity, floral fragrance. It smells expensive, I must say this. It is supposedly inspired by who? Let me see. Ramon Monegal Flamenco Twist. Actually, after having tried this fragrance, I think I got inspired the opposite way. I am now really wanting to try Flamenco Twist, and I will try to get a sample, but I do like this so much. Maybe I might just break down and pick this one up to see really what it's like. I mean, the verdict was not one-to-one inspiration. It was not touted as a clone. So I think the other one might be a bit different, and this is a really nice take on a fruity floral fragrance. Oh, by the way, I did not show you guys the cap of this fragrance. This is what it looks like. It also has a bit of very nice detailing. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and hope to see you again soon on my channel. Tschüss!